Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of the Cubs Line Podcast. I'm Ryan Dunleavy,
And I'm Ron Zelinsky.
and today the Cubs lose 3-0 as they were shut out 20 innings straight by the Texas Rangers and lose their first series in a while, 2-1 after a big 7-1 win on Friday. But the bats were dead. I mean, they got shut out 20 innings in a row, which obviously you're never going to win a series like that. Get you to face some good pitchers, but rough series for the Cubs bats. Ryan, what was your thoughts about this series in Texas?
I mean, the bats were obviously non-existent for the last two games. Pretty tough. You had to face DeGrom today, but I mean, you weren't gonna just win every game, so it's honestly okay. Just big whoop. They've won 20 of their last 25. It's fine. It's obviously frustrating, but they'll move on.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Like they're gonna have a well-earned off day tomorrow, reset, and go play the team that is tied with them for the best record in the league in Atlanta, which is going to be a great series on Tuesday through Thursday in Atlanta, and then they come back home, have a nice little home stretch for a while, and yeah. So we'll start off with Friday's recap. The Cubs won this ball game 7-1. Javier Assad got the win on the mound. Kumar Rocker got the loss. Nico Horner grounded out, and then Michael Conforto with a little blooper that dropped for a double. And then Bregman strikes out, and then Hadber with a ground ball to opposite field. This ball was hit 10, or excuse me, this ball wasn't hit hard. Only 70 miles an hour off the bat, but Happer beats the shift to make it 1-0. And then Sale walks, and then Bushy lines one opposite field to the track. Rangers make a play on it. So the Cubs do get one, but leave two runners on. Bottom of the first, Nimmo grounds out, Duran grounds out, Seager grounds out. Top of the second, Kelly grounds out, and then PCA lines out, and Dansby flies out. Bottom of the second, Young grounds out, Carter grounds out. Peterson walks, Jake Berger flies out. Top of the third, Nico grounds out, Conforto lines out. Conforto smoked this ball 395, 105 miles an hour off the bat, just right to the guy. Carter made a nice play on this. Then Bregman strikes out. Bottom of the third, Ozuna lines out to PCAs. He made a really nice catch on this. Jansen lined out. Then Nimmo strikes out. Bottom of the fourth, Happer walks and Sale with a bomb. Texas is a pretty deep stadium as far as length, so you didn't really know if this was going to get out, but once you saw it get out, it was a bomb. 419 feet, 101 off the bat from Seiya. It was his seventh home run on the year, makes it 3-0. And then Bushy walks. Duran makes a great play, gets the out at second, but Bushy's safe at, or Kelly's safe at first, so one out. And then Kelly gets the second on a wild pitch. PCA strikes out. Dansby with the infield single. That'd be it for Rocker as Cal Quantrill comes into the game. Dansby steals second, so runners on second and third for Nico. Then Nico with a weak line out to Quantrill. Bottom of the fourth, Duran strikes out. Seager grounds out, and Young strikes out. Top of the fifth, Conforto strikes out. Bregman pops out. Hap lines out, and that would be it for Ben Brown as he pitched four amazing innings. Obviously he wasn't really stretched out, so Council didn't have him go too deep in this game, but he was only really supposed to go 2 innings, kept earning leeway, got 4 innings. Great job by Ben Brown to step up there. Bottom of the fifth, Ryan Ralston comes in, Evan Carter walks, McCutchen pinch hits for Peterson, McCutchen walks, Berger pops out to Swanson, and then Justin Foscue comes in to hit for Alejandro Ozuna and hits a single on a line drive to left field. This ball was smoked 98 miles an hour off the bat, makes it 3-1. That'd be it for Ryan Rollison. Javier Assad comes in. McCutchen and Foscue all move up a base as Assad threw a wild pitch, but then Jansen pops out. Nimmo lines out. Great job to escape damage there for Javier Assad. Top of the sixth inning, a couple defensive changes for the Rangers, and then Seiya grounds out. Bushy walks and steals second base. Kelly strikes out, and then PCA with a double. This ball sits to the opposite field. It was a ground rule double, just hopped right over, but a great hit by PCA to the opposite field, taking an outside pitch to left field, 101 off the bat. And then PCA stole third, but Dansby flies out. Still, 4-1 Cubs lead. Bottom of the sixth, Duran singles. Then Seager strikes out, and then Josh Young grounds into a double play. Top of the seventh, Nico reaches on an error by Foscue. Then Conforto walks. Bregman with a single to center field, a little blooper, so no one really scored here. Happer grounds into a force out, that they get the out at home. Saya grounds into a force out, they get the out at home. So 2 outs, you're like, are you seriously gonna have the bases loaded, no outs, not get one in? 3-2, Michael Bush smokes the ball into the gap, 102 off the bat. Everyone comes in to score. Huge hit from Bushy, his eighth double on the year, probably his biggest hit of the year, makes it 7-1. And then Kelly grounds out. Not his biggest hit of the year, but one of the bigger ones for Michael Bush, definitely. Bottom of the seventh, Evan Carter flies out. McCutcheon grounds out. Berger flies out. Top of the eighth, Tyler Alexander comes in for Cal Control. PCA with a weak single, just beats it out. Then Dansby grounds into a double play. Nico lines out. Bottom of the eighth, Justin Foscue flies out. Danny Jansen grounds out. Nimmo walks. Duran flies out. And then top of the ninth, Jacob Jonas comes into pitch. Conforto with a single. Bregman strikes out. Sale walks. Bushy grounds out. Top of the ninth, Ethan Roberts comes in as we got him back from the IL. Believe Charles Barnes got sent down as the corresponding move, but great to have E-Rob back. Seager grounds out, Young grounds out, Carter walks, and then McCutcheon flies out. Cubs win the ball game 7-1. Huge home run from Seiya Suzuki. Big knocks from Michael Bush and a great win. Ryan, what's your thoughts on this openers? The Cubs bats were great. Ben Brown really stepped up. Javier Saad stepped up, and just a great overall win for the Cubs to start off the series in Texas.
Yeah, it was a big one for Ben Brown. Like for him to come in, obviously, like you said, he was really only expected like 2 or 3 innings. He earned some more innings there. He went four with what, one hit was it? No hits. He went four innings, no hits. I think honestly one of his best outings of the year. The bats showed up, some timely hits, especially Michael Bush. That was huge for him, clearing the bases there, kind of saving everybody. Like you said, bases loaded, nobody out, and he's able to clear the bases. But yeah, just a great win. Everybody showed up. Good team win.
Yeah, I mean that's ideally how you want to start out a series. Beat them pretty good, and I mean just Javier Assad and Ben Brown stepping up huge. So we'll get into this one. Ben Brown got the start, 4 innings, no hits, no runs, one walk, 3 strikeouts. Now to 1.2882 ERA. 1.82. Sorry, I kind of stumbled there. But Ryan, do you think Ben Brown gets that spot in the starting rotation? The Cubs kind of start to stretch him out.
Yeah, I think so. I think he'll start to get kind of these more 3 4 inning starts, and then eventually he'll be able to go, however long he needs. But yeah, I definitely think he's earned that spot in the rotation.
Yeah, he's been amazing as of late. I mean, just a great offseason for him, adding another pitch. We've talked about this a lot of times, but that's huge for Ben Brown. It's when he was only throwing a fastball and a changeup, he seemed to be getting hit a lot harder, and now that he's throwing this sinker, it's helping him miles. So Ryan Rolson comes in for a third, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks. He's now at a 4 ERA. Javier Saad comes in, gets the win, moves him to 3-1 on the year. He goes 3.2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 6 ERA. Then Ethan Roberts comes in for an inning, only walks one guy, no hits, no runs, no strikeouts. He's at a 0 ERA. Great win, moves the Cubs to 27-12 on the year. So Ryan, I'll hand it over to you for Game 2 of this series yesterday night.
Yeah, game two not as great as game number one here. Cubs dropped this one 6-0. They dropped to 27-13. Rangers improved to 18-21 with this win. Top of the first, Nico grounds out to the pitcher. Michael Conforto with a 1-out double. Breggy strikes out. Happer walks, and then Seiya pops out. Bottom of the first, Cabrera gets the Rangers down 1-2-3. Top of the second, Bushy with a leadoff single. Kelly walks. PCA then fouls out. Dansby strikes out, and then Nico lines out. Bottom of the second, Josh Young homers to right center, making it 1-0. This was hit 389 feet. So, like you said, pretty deep park. A lot of these balls hit in this stadium. I never know. Like especially like even the home run today, like the moonshot to make it 3-0. I was like, is that gone? Like it's tough to tell in this stadium. But yeah, Josh Young goes yard, makes it 1-0. Carter walks, Jock singles, and then Ozuna drives him in with a single. Um, gets Carter in, and then Jock goes to second, making it 2-0. And then Higashioka strikes out, and then Fosco grounds into an inning-ending double play. Top of the third, Conforto draws the leadoff walk. Breggy grounds into a fielder's choice. Happer strikes out Higashioka with a challenge. calling Seiya out on strikes. Bushy walks, and then Carson Kelly flies out. Bottom of the third, Rangers go down 1-2-3. Top of the fourth, PCA with a ground out, and then Dansby gets a double. Nico then grounds out. Dansby able to go to third, and then Conforto flies out. Bottom of the fourth, Josh Young singles. Carter grounds into a fielder's choice, legs out to double play. Jock then brings in Carter with a double. Ozuna then singles to bring in Jock to make it 4-0, and then Higashioka grounds into a double play. Top of the fifth inning, Seiya draws a 2-out walk, and then Bushy strikes out. Bottom of the fifth, Foscue leads off with a homer to make it 5-0. 3:58 to left, so barely got this one out. And then Nimmo grounds out, Duran strikes out, and then Seager strikes out. Top of the sixth, Cubs go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the sixth, Josh Young with the leadoff single. Then Carter walks, Jock strikes out. Ozuna pops up, and then Higashioka brings in Young with a single, making it 6-0. And then Foscue grounds into a fielder's choice to end the inning. Top of the seventh, Cubs go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the seventh, Rangers go down 1-2-3. Top of the eighth, Seiya reaches on an infield single with 1 out, and then that's all that came from that inning. Bottom of the eighth, Jock draws a 2-out walk, and then the inning ends with an Ozuna ground out. Top of the ninth, PCA draws a walk, Matt Shaw lines out, Nicky Lopez grounds out, and then Conforto strikes out. So tough game here. I mean, what are your thoughts? Obviously, could kind of keep it short and sweet here. Just a rough one.
Yeah, I mean, the Cubs had opportunities. They just really couldn't score in this one. Cabrera, obviously, with not his best start as he struggled, giving up a couple long balls, but you had opportunities all night. You didn't support your pitcher and just not an ideal second game, but you had another opportunity today to win the series still. So, not the end of the world. Just sucked to see the 10 games winning streak snapped.
Yeah, so we'll get into the pitching here. Edward Cabrera goes 5 innings, gives up 7 hits, 5 runs. They were all earned. 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. He threw 88 pitches, 59 of them for strikes. His ERA now at a 3.88. Jacob Webb goes an inning, gives up 2 hits, a run. It was earned, a walk, a strikeout. He threw 26 pitches, 19 of them for strikes. He's now at a 3.86 ERA. And then Rob comes in, 2 innings, no hits, no runs. 2 walks, no strikeouts. He threw 29 pitches, 17 of them for strikes. His ERA is still at 0.00. So yeah, just flush this one. Obviously, like you said, I had a chance to win the series today, but yeah, I'll hand it to you for the finale today.
Yeah, so today, game three of the series, Jameson Taillon versus Jacob deGrom. We'll get started off with this one as Nico Horner lined out, Mo Baller struck out, Seiya Suzuki struck out. Bottom the first, Nimmo grounded out, Duran with the infield single, Seager walked, and then Young double play Matt Shaw with a very nice play at third base, makes the play, steps on the bag, and then throws over to first. Top of the second, Ian Happ strikes out, Michael Busch grounds out, Carson Kelly flies out. Bottom of the second, Evan Carter strikes out, Jock Peterson walks, Alejandro Ozuna strikes out, Jansen hit by a pitch, and then Foscue flies out. Top of the third, PCA pops out, Dansby lines out, Matt Shaw flies out. Bottom of the third, Nimmo flies out, Duran strikes out, Seager strikes out. Top of the fourth, Nico with a double. Balls hit 101 down the line. Good start. So obviously, runner on second. You got to score here. Mo Baller then strikes out. Seiya pops out, and then Happer strikes out, so they can't get in the leadoff double. Young with a leadoff single. Carter flies out. Jock Peterson with a double, but no runs coming to score here. And then Ozuna reaches on a fielder's choice as Bushy tried going to home, but they couldn't get the out there, so it made it 1-0 Texas. Runners on first and third, but then
And this one was a terrible call.
it was a
The,
very bad call.
the fact that they did not overturn this during replay review is just unbelievable.
That wasn't. I mean, you'll take it, but Jansen ground into a double play. I don't know how it wasn't called out, but you'll take
Yeah.
it. Top of the fifth, Michael Busch strikes out. Carson Kelly strikes out. PCA pops out. Bottom of the fifth, Justin Foscue grounds out. Brandon Nimmo lines out. Ezekiel Duran flies out. Top of the sixth, Dansby flies out. Shaw lines out. Nico with a single and steals second, but then Ballesteros strikes out again. Bottom of the sixth, Seager flies out, Young with a single, and then that'd be it for JMO. Hobie Milner comes in, gets Evan Carter to fly out, and Jock Peterson to ground out. Top of the seventh, Seiya strikes out, Hap strikes out, and then Bushy with the single, but then Kelly grounds out. Bottom of the seventh, Ozuna hits a leadoff single, and then Phil Matten comes in. Danny Jansen with a sacrifice bunt. Foscue strikes out, then Nimmo grounds out. Top of the eighth, Jacob Latz comes in. PCA grounds out. Dansby flies out. Shaw pops out. Bottom of the eighth, Maton still in the game, strikes out Duran. Then Palencia comes in. Seager with a very deep fly out, 400 feet, 104 off the bat. I don't know how this ball didn't get out, but stayed in the yard. And then Young with a single. This ball smoked 91 miles an hour off the bat. And then Evan Carter with a bomb. Just got out, though. I mean, just literally, this ball's hit 353, 98.6 miles an hour off the bat. That's just the baseball gods doing their jobs. I mean, Seager hits one 400, dead red center, doesn't get out. Then Carter hits one to the sneakiest corner of the field, 353. So Seager's ball went, believe, 57 more feet than Carter's home run, but somehow gets out, makes it 3
I
to
hate this field. I literally hate this field.
It's weird though, because like it looks really nice, but one of my dad's buddies was there, and he's like, "It's not. It's really weird. Like the 100 level, typically at a Cubs game, like that is all VIP section. And if you look, it's almost like underground, like little bear, like
That's what I've heard, and it you like Cleveland used to have the same thing. Like from in the if you watch the World Series, like
yeah,
all the stuff is like underground, and then like it's like a section of weird, even though it's new.
yeah." I heard like a lot of nice things originally, but as of late, like people aren't too high on Globe Life Field. It's massive. I saw it when I was in Dallas for a hockey tournament over the offseason. I got a tour of AT&T Stadium, and you can see Globe Life because they're less than a mile away from each other, and it's a
Mhm.
huge stadium. But I heard it's not necessarily great. Just if you've been to Wrigley Field before, about at the top of the 100 level is where the real 100 level starts for Globe Life Field. So I heard it's a really weird stadium, but it's huge and has a huge
Yeah,
capacity.
and I've heard that like Globe Life Park was way nicer.
I heard that too. I mean, I don't know why they got rid of Globe Life. I love
Yeah,
it. It's a great stadium. Then top of the ninth, Horner grounds out, Baller pops out, Seiya strikes out. That's ball game 3-0. DeGrom gets the win. Tyon gets the loss. Latz gets the save. Really good start from JMO, though. He went 5.1 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. He's now at 3.94 ERA. Loss moves him down to 2-2, but it's a great start for JMO. Milner comes in for 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. He's at a 2.45 ERA. Matten comes in. He's looking a lot better as of late, coming off of the injury. He goes in for an inning and a third, no hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. He's at a 7.45 ERA. And then Danny P comes in for 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs. I believe those were the first runs he gave up all year. It was just a little bloopy home run. No walks, 1 strikeout, gave up a homer. He's now at a 2.57 ERA. Um, can't really give out a player of the game. Nico Horner was 2 for 4 though. Cubs only with 3 hits, a Michael Bush hit and 2 Nico Horner hits. Cubs lose this series 2-3, moves them to 27-14. The Rangers go to 19-21. So my first question is Moises Ballesteros. We kind of hit on this on the last episode. He's been struggling big time as of late. They gave him the first 2 games of the series off. In his last 7 games, he's hitting 100. His last 15 games, he's hitting 163. What adjustments does he kind of need to make now, and what can Craig Counsell and the Cubs hitting coaches do to help him out here? Because now the league has figured out how to pitch to him. He's having a hard time adjusting to that.
yeah, it's just whatever he's struggling with. Like you just need to fix that, and like especially lefties too. Like get some lefties thrown to him so he can get used to that. I still don't think he should be hitting two. Like I think he should be again toward the bottom of the order. That's where he's done most of his damage. But I mean I don't think it's like a big huge problem. I just think it's just get in the cage and like practice hitting with guys throwing from the left hand side and just like stuff like that.
Yeah, I would say he swings a lot of first pitches. I'd say see the first pitch, working at bat, settle in. And I just say give him a couple days off. I mean, what? He's played almost every day for the last 2 to 3 weeks. Give him a little bit of time to adjust, recuperate, work with Dustin Kelly in the hitting department. let him rest. And when he does come back, move him to the 7 or 8 hole. Let him settle down there. I know you might not get the matchups you like because it's nice when you can surround him around Nico Horner, Seiya Suzuki, Alex Bregman, so he doesn't have to come out of the game with a lefty. But I say you just kind of let Conforto and Shaw platoon there, depending on the pitcher. Give Ballesteros a couple of days off, let him recuperate, and have him come back better.
Yeah, I agree.
So now I want to talk about Edward Cabrera. Cabrera gave up 5 runs on 7 hits, and he's been giving up a lot of hits and hard contact. For Cincinnati, he gave up 3 runs on 9 hits. For San Diego, he gave up 3 runs on 6 hits. It's been kind of consistent. He's given up 3 runs a game, which obviously isn't terrible. But when you trade your number one prospect in Owen Casey to Miami, who was your going to be your starting right fielder, honestly, if he stayed with the Cubs, like, what do you need to see more out of Cabrera? Because I'm just gonna go through this here. So his first two starts, he gave up 0 runs, and then Pittsburgh 3 runs, Mets 3 runs, Phillies 5 runs, Padres 3 runs, Cincinnati 3 runs, Texas 5 runs. He's been struggling a lot as of late. What adjustments does Cabrera need to make, and what do you need to see out of him to really live up to that value?
It's just been a lot of bad pitches. Like some of it's been like just him chasing in the count, trying to like just force strikes, and then obviously you get into bad pitches where guys are just gonna tee off. So I think he's just got to get his command back. Locate his off speed better, throw better fastballs. Like I just think, I mean, it's pretty basic. Like just don't try to force anything. Like especially in like a 2-0, 2-1 count. Just you gotta just locate better.
Yeah, I think it's just the location, and I don't know if you've seen this, but his velocity has dipped 4 to 5 miles an hour since last year. So that's a little bit concerning to me, honestly, because he used to be a flamethrower when he was coming up, and now he's not throwing as hard. Do you think that's something injury related, or is that just like an adjustment to his mechanics?
I mean, with this pitching staff right now, I would not doubt that it's something injury related, but um, I would hope not. It definitely could be, and if it is, there's no reason why he should be pushing through it. Just the guys that are beaten up right now, you can't afford any more long term stuff. So, um, yeah, I wouldn't say that I rule it out, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you'd have to like take a better look into it, but he started off so well, but it's just weird how his velocity's dipped so much.
Yeah.
So my last question is 5 out of 12 Cubs hitters are hitting over 250. It's really 6 out of 12, but Conforto isn't necessarily qualified as a hitter. He's hitting 362, but he doesn't have enough at bats to qualify. But that means that 6 out of 12 guys are hitting under 250, including Alex Bregman, Ian Happ, Michael Bush, Pete Armstrong, Dansby Swanson, Miguel Amaya. What are some of these guys got to do to raise their batting average? I know Dansby's hitting like 200 right now. Amaya is obviously your backup catcher, but the guys you really want to see start hitting for more averages: Alex Bregman, Ian Happ, Michael Bush, and PCAs. Those are 4 year big name players and 4 year guys at the top of the lineup.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just what I said with Mo. Like, just put in the extra time, just get in the cage. Like, there's not really a definitive like answer. It's really just get in the cage, work on what's not working. Like, if you're chasing too much, you got to work on just better discipline. If you're not hitting the fastball well, just get in the cage and look, 95, 95. Just make sure you're seeing those pitches, but there's not really a super definitive answer here. Just put in the extra hours, get in the cage, and work on what's not working.
I would say just being more patient and start working at bats and just honestly use this reset day. Michael Bush, I will give him credit because he had a really rough start and he's starting to come back up. But Bregman, I mean, just start working at bats, more bat to ball. PCA is going to come. So now we will take a preview at the Cubs series in Atlanta. So I don't really know what this is about, but Atlanta has not named a starter for game 1 or 2 yet. So I assume it's gonna be something bullpen related. Someone called up. But for the Cubs, game 1 is Colin Ray. Game 2 is Shota Imanaga. And game 3 is Chris Sale for the Braves versus Ben Brown. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday series, all these games are 6:15 start. mean, I don't know. Since that Seiya Suzuki drop ball, I always have nightmares from Atlanta. I mean, Acuna stole the bag, picked it up in the middle of the game. I always have bad blood since that. So, I mean, whenever the Cubs play Atlanta, I hope they kill them just because when Acuna did that middle of the game, picked up the bag, like that just pissed me off.
You know, you bring that up and like that game, like I thought about it the other day and like they were one game back of the wild card when the season ended and they lost the tiebreaker, so they would have had to gain 2 games back. A lot of people like of course Seiya dropped the ball, but a lot of people forget that the next night they were up 4-3 in the ninth inning and gave up a home run to Ozuna, and then the whole Acuna thing happened. So like as much as people are like, "Oh, say, he dropped the ball," it doesn't matter if he catches that ball and they win that game. They still choke the next night and they don't make the playoffs. So, like, um, yeah, that I mean, I have nightmares about Truist Park. That team could have been special. I mean, think about it. The Diamondbacks were the same seed as the Cubs would have been, and they ended up in the World Series. So, not saying that the 23 team would have went there, but who knows? But yeah, I mean, I hate Atlanta, especially, Acuna in a tied game picks up the bag, stops the game, kills the momentum, and then the Cubs end up losing. But yeah, I hate Atlanta.
Yeah, both of those games, I remember, I believe it was the first game we were at hockey, and you told me like we came on the ice and they were winning big, and you're like, how are they losing? And then my dad,
I'll never ever for the rest of my life, I could literally tell you the story watching those 2 games. I was in the car. Yes, I was going to practice. Seiya had just hit a triple because Acuna lost the ball in the lights at that same spot
you
to
remember
go
that?
up, I believe 6-0 or 5-0. And I was like, oh my God, they're gonna like because that was the year Atlanta had like 105 wins.
That was
And I'm like,
great.
oh my God, they're gonna steal game 1. Like all they really needed was one game in that series. I'm like, they're gonna steal game 1 and like this might actually be happening. And then I remember we got off the ice and I looked and I'm like, we lost. And then the next night, they still were completely alive. I remember my team was going to Buffalo. So we were packing for Buffalo and they were up the whole game, ended up choking. And I remember watching the last game or the final play. It was like an Acuna, I think it was, or no, it was an Ozzy Albies single to right. And as soon as Acuna scored to end the game, I turned off my phone, went to bed, and I was like, that's it. Like, they choked. Like that was probably oh my god that was like bottom five experience as a Cubs fan like ever in my lifetime.
I don't think anything's gonna pass that trade deadline of Chris Bryant, Javier Baez, Anthony Rizzo.
No,
Like I don't, they can come close, but there's nowhere not near that feeling at the last minute of the deadline where like we kept KB and
and then
Cubs
obviously
fans,
didn't. But I think
KB.
honestly, I'm not gonna lie. The second this okay, one let's just do a segment. Bottom five Cubs experiences. I'd probably say number one's the deadline. Number two is the Marlins COVID playoff series
Oh, that was
when
brutal. They didn't score a run.
when we got swept at Wrigley. Then 3 would probably be 2023, honestly. And then 4 maybe is like the 2018 wild card game when you lost to the Rockies at
Yeah, you had
home.
so many opportunities there too.
Yeah. And then 5, the 2019 collapse.
Yeah, I'd go number one for me would be the 2021 fire sale where you got rid of Bryant, Rizzo, Baez.
Hmm.
I mean, and they were good that year too. Like they were in the start of in the
No,
lead
the
in the
first, I
Central.
think till June they were
They went
like
on an 11 game losing streak.
8 games above 500 in June, I believe. Yeah. That was the year Jock Peterson was on the team.
Yeah, and then number two would have to be that 2023 September collapse. They had a 95% chance of making the playoffs. Um,
Uh-huh. 76 and 64 was their record. And they
yeah,
ended 83 and 79.
I'll go with number three as probably that Miami series. I mean, that was awful. That
Yeah.
I just the hype, the playoffs, like you nothing to look forward to with COVID. You get to watch playoff baseball and just that effort when Yu Darvish had his prime Cy Young season, like you were looking good and just that pissed me off. And then number 4, that extra innings Rocky 2018 game was terrible.
No offense.
I would say I don't. There's a hot take, but number 5 would have to be that Game 5 of the Milwaukee series. Like, got
Yeah.
two runners on, then Kings suck.
Yeah.
Like that's
Did you think when Seiya had tied the
losing.
game they were gonna win?
Oh, 100%. Say I hit
I
that bomb. I was fired up, man.
I
Like,
did too. I was like, oh my god, like they're actually gonna like pull this off, and then Andrew Vaughn died.
yeah.
Literally. I hope Andrew Vaughn
Jackson
doesn't
Sherwood.
ever play baseball again.
Yeah, I just remember you got the two guys on. I'm like, let's go. You got this. And then
2-1 at the time, mind you. It was 2-1.
2-1, yes. And then Terang hit the bomb. Like, it's game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That Milwaukee series. But the 2024 collapse was up there too.
They didn't even collapse. Like
That was just like a bad season.
the funny part of that is you're coming off 23. You improved a little, not as much as you should have, but you were still favored to win the division. Then you were like 8 games under 500 around the deadline or the break, and then they finished hot. Like I remember we
They
went to that
did.
Blue Jays series late in August, and they cut it to
Or
two
two
games, I
games back,
think.
yeah.
Yeah, they were hot, but I mean,
It was just like disappointing for the expectations you had.
yeah,
So
yeah,
my final would have to be number 1, obviously that trade deadline. Number 2 would be the 2023 collapse. Number 3, the 2020 wild card series. Number 4, the 2018 wild card game, and then number 5, Game 5 in 2025 versus the Brewers.
good list. Little side segment there.
Yeah, but yeah, the Atlanta Nightmares. I hope Acuna strikes out
Yeah.
6 times. Ozzy Albies is a Cubs killer. Just don't pitch to him. Matt Olson, Cubs killer. Sean Murphy, Cubs killer. I feel like every time we play Atlanta, it's just brutal.
Yeah.
That's like a team I would not want to draw in the playoffs. Just the Cubs history. Like I would because like you want to beat them, but I wouldn't because I feel like there's so many Cubs killers. Chris Sale too. Like he always just shoves
Oh
the
yeah.
Cubs.
Yeah.
But yeah. So now we'll take a look around the MLB, and we didn't even get to this. Happy Mother's Day, all mothers out there. Shout out to my mom.
Yes. Shout out to my mother too. Happy Mother's Day.
Want to
Thank
wish
you
her
all.
Happy Mother's Day, and wish all you mothers out there Happy Mother's Day. So White Sox with the 2-1 win today, as they had 2 runs in the eighth inning to win that one. The Marlins beat the Nationals 5-2. Christopher Morel with a good day. Love to hear that name again. The Orioles beat the Athletics 2-1. Chris Bassett with 6 solid innings in that one. The Rays beat the Red Sox 4-1. Another rough day at the plate for the Red Sox as they go 6 games under 500. The Phillies beat the Rockies 6-0. It's Kyle Schwarber with 2 home runs. I feel like that guy's always electric on Mother's Day. And then
Yeah.
Christopher Sanchez with another great outing. The Angels beat the Blue Jays 6-1. Joe Adell with a 2-run bomb in that one. The Reds beat the Astros 5-0. Andrew Abbott with a great outing. The Twins beat the Guardians 5-4. The Twins with a 4-run fifth inning leads them to the win. The Brewers beat the Yankees 4-3. Bryce Terang walk-off home run for the sweep. The Giants beat the Pirates 7-6. Jesus Rodriguez with the walk-off in extra innings. The D-backs beat the Mets 5-1. Eduardo Rodriguez with a really nice start for them. The Padres beat the Cardinals 3-2. Castellanos with the walk-off in that one. The Braves beat the Dodgers 7-2. Bryce Elder with a great start as he moves to 4-1 with a 1.81 ERA. And then the Tigers beat the Royals 6-3. Gage Workman with his first career home run. How
Oh
about that?
man. Oh my gosh. Gauge
I'll
Workman,
have
dude.
another debate. Another controversy. Gage Workman or Scott Kingery?
Dude, Scott Kingery, man. Gage Workman, I'm sorry. He was a joke. Ground ball to third through his legs. Ground ball to third off his glove, thrown into the seats. He was so bad.
He single-handedly almost lost that Rockies or not, excuse me, the Dodgers series.
Yeah.
He was I don't know. They were both pretty bad, dude.
Yeah, they were ugh. Ugh.
Yeah. I mean, congrats to Gage though. First home run on Mother's Day. Good for you.
Yeah, yeah,
Start
good,
with
good.
MLB Pickle. Let's go Christopher Morel. Why not? Haven't heard that name in a while. In the NL, throws right-handed. I'm gonna go Michael Bush. Lefty righty from the USA, not in the NL, so it has to be AL East lefty righty. I'm gonna go
AL East lefty
Rondo.
righty, you said?
I'm gonna go Rondo. I know he's not a lefty righty, but just
Try it. Wait, do we know teams?
in the AL East, we don't know team yet. Ben
Austin Wells.
Wells, yeah, I'll go Wells. He's from the USA, so I'm gonna go Ben Rice. On the Yankees, lefty righty. I might
Isn't
go Wells.
isn't
Wells,
Austin Wells from the US though? Yeah.
yeah, it's not Austin Wells though.
Uh I feel like they have like a bunch of lefty righties.
Ooh, let's think. Pitcher, I'm gonna go with Garrett Coles or Cam
Cam
Schwartler. Yeah, whatever his weird name is. Not a starting pitcher. Let's think. Ooh. So it's not a left fielder, not a first baseman, not a catcher. Ryan McMahon, maybe?
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mick. Could be. That's your immaculate grid player of the day, Ryan McMahon. Now we'll play
All
a
right.
grid.
Immaculate grid here. We're gonna crank out a couple Cubs names. Cubs Sox, we're going Nicky Lopez.
Love that. Let's see. Let me think if I got a poll for Cubs Blue Jays.
Let me see if it's my poll, because I've got a 0.3% poll
Cool.
here. Miguel Montero.
I got Genesis Cabrera.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
And then Cubs Twins.
Who's your poll? I got a 0.4% poll.
Ooh. Who's your poll?
Alex Avila.
Trying to think of one. Shoot. Alex Avila, that does it. I just like I definitely have one. I just like I'm trying to think, but
Yeah.
all right. Sox, Nationals,
Adam Eaton.
Adam Eaton. Sox, Reds, Josh Harrison.
Oh, good call.
Or no, Josh Harrison didn't play for the Reds. Oh, I'm trying to think.
Oh no, Josh Harrison played for the Pirates. That's the
Yeah,
central team I'm
let's
thinking of.
move on. Nationals and Toronto. I think we could do Twins and Nationals, Josh Bell.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then for Reds and Blue Jays, there was a trade. This is making me mad because I know there was a trade between the Blue Jays.
Dude, every Reds section, I never know. Like, I feel like no Reds players have played for
I'm searching this up
anybody.
because I swear there was a Blue Jays and Reds trade. It's not that one. I can't think of what the trade. Big trades. I don't know. I mean, there's none that's like popping up, so I could just be wrong.
Yeah, every Reds, like, I'm like, I swear to God, like, no Reds players have
Yeah.
played for anybody. That's always like,
Yeah. Now thinking about it, you're right about that.
like,
Blue Jays and Nationals. I'm so mad right now that I couldn't because I know once I see it I'm gonna know it. All right. Nationals and Blue. That's what I was thinking of. I was thinking Steven Strasburg, but it was Max Scherzer. I don't know how I didn't get that. And then Nelson Cruz for Twins or no, we got that one. Ken Griffey, Edwin Encarnacion
oh,
for
Ken Griffey Jr. for Reds and
Sonny
White
Gray.
Sox.
Nah, that was tough. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie. Whenever the
yeah,
Reds come up, it's always a hard one
it's
for
a
me.
tough one.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning into today's episode. We'll be back with you guys probably Tuesday. If not, expect Thursday. Tuesday or Thursday, we'll keep you guys updated. Signing off, Ryan Dunleavy.
Ryan Zelinsky.
See you guys next episode.